Here we go. 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 Now batting.
One of you's enough.
Okay. You ready? You ready? Ready?
There it is. Yeah, you got it. Rob. Good job.
Ready?
Yeah.
The Gun Barrel City Economic Development Corporation will meet in a regular board meeting in the Gun Barrel City Council Chambers located at 1716 West Main Street, Gun Barrel City, Texas, 75156 on Tuesday, September 12th, 2017 at 5 p.m. Call the meeting to order. Would you stand for the invocation, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance? We are meeting today to conduct matters of business. Guide our hearts and our minds in the spirit of fairness, right with thought and speech. Impart your supreme wisdom upon the activities so that the affairs may reach successful conclusions. Thank you for being the source of guidance today. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call from my left.
Osborne here.
Ray here.
Schiff here.
Butler here. Whitten here.
And we have a quorum. Before we get started, I wanted to take the opportunity to talk about a couple of our extended friends of the EDC, and I want to take the opportunity to recognize all the efforts that these two gentlemen have provided to the EDC over the past couple of years. No matter what the event, no matter what the timing, no matter what is going on, these two gentlemen are the first to raise their hands and to volunteer to help us. So I know that everybody on the board would agree that these two folks are extensions of the EDC, even though they're not in the official capacity of being a board member. So the first person that I wanted to present a certificate of appreciation for the dedicated service to the Gun Barrel Economic Development Corporation is Paul Guilford. Paul has really gone out of his way to help us with filming, with some great things that were done on Facebook to help us promote pictures. You name it, Paul is always there to raise his hand and to say, yes, I can. I don't think I've ever heard you say no. So, Paul, I'd like to present this certificate of appreciation to you for your dedicated service to the Gun Barrel Economic Development Corporation. And the second one that I wanted to present was to another incredible extension to the Gun Barrel Economic Development Corporation, Marty Mullins. I don't know how Marty does it, but he is involved in just about everything that goes on in this city. And every time we have an event or we need some extra help or somebody to put chairs up or somebody to even wash down the tables at the event, Marty is always there till the very end. I'd like to tell the quick story, Marty, about the time that when we did Rock the Park last year. I think Marty and I were the last ones to leave after making sure that everything was cleaned up in the park because that was part of our obligation. And I think we walked out there at 7:30. And Marty, I believe that's the first time you've ever seen me wanting to go and have a beer. So, Marty, I wanted to present this certificate to you for being an incredible extension to the EDC, and thank you for your dedicated service. All right, citizens' presentations. This item provides the opportunity for citizens to address the EDC Board of Directors on any matter, whether or not it's posted on the agenda. However, in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act, Section 551.041, the EDC Board of Directors cannot discuss, deliberate, or take action on matters not listed on the agenda. At this time, the board will receive citizen comments and, if necessary, may refer the matter to EDC staff for research, resolution, or referral to the EDC board on a future agenda. I'm unaware of anybody that wants to speak this evening, so we'll move on to item number one. Item number one, discuss and or take action to approve the EDC meeting minutes of August 8th, 2017. Can I get a motion to approve the
Make a
EDC?
motion, we approve the EDC minutes of August 8, 2017.
Have a motion?
Second.
And a second. Any discussion? Voting from my left.
Osborne, yes.
Ray, yes.
Schiff, yes.
Butler, yes.
Witten, yes.
Item number 2, discuss or take action to approve the July and August 2017 Gun Barrel City EDC month-end financial reports. Can I have a motion, please?
Make a motion to approve the July and August 2017 month-end financial reports for the EDC.
Second.
Motion and a second. Holland, anything you want to add?
Nothing specific.
All right, any other discussion? Voting from my left.
Osborne, yes.
Ray, yes.
Schiff, yes.
Butler, yes.
Witten, yes.
Item number 3, discuss or take action to approve a facade improvement grant to John Quang Tran, JT Transtars Incorporated, not to exceed the amount of $4,046.27. Can I have a motion, please?
Yeah, I move that we approve a facade improvement grant to John Quan Tran, JT Transtars, Inc., not to exceed $4,046.27.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. So if you noticed in your packet, there was an executive summary that was provided for this. I just had a question that I wanted to ask. I've driven by the property, and I am unaware of any work that's currently being done on that building on the outside, and I just wanted to make sure that he's not expecting this payment before the work is being completed.
No, absolutely not. I talked to John. My association with John started last December when Courtney Dickens sold him the property, didn't close on it until February. And John and I have been close personal friends ever since then, and I told him after all the paperwork was finally in and so forth and everything looked good, I said, go ahead, and he has started painting the building on the outside. He's got more to do, but I said that shouldn't interfere with anything. We're taking an eyesore and turning it into not a W house, but a nicer building than it was.
So the monies are going to be used for both painting?
Both signage and both signs and painting.
Okay. Any other questions from the board? Any more discussion? Voting from my left.
Osborne, yes.
Ray, yes.
Schiff, yes.
Butler, yes.
Witten, yes.
Item number 4, discuss and or take action to approve a no-cost lease agreement with the City of Gun Barrel City as related to the property having a legal description of acres 8.101 AB 794 GT Walters SUR Mid-Cities property, Block B, lots 5, 6, and N/part of Lot
That should be 7.
7 and, thank you, Holland, and 7. Can I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve a no-cost lease agreement with the city relating to the property of 8.101 acres in the Walters survey.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Holland?
The purpose of this is to formalize our agreement with the city that they can use this property, which they do for part of the fields in the park, the soccer fields, and the lawnmower racetrack. So in return, they'll maintain it, they'll keep it mowed, and there's no cost associated with it.
Which they currently do now.
Right.
Yeah, I think your idea is just to make sure there is paperwork in place.
Right. Just so everybody understands. And,
Right.
if at some future time, we do something with that property, we have a 30-day, either party can, after the term of the lease, which is a year, either party can, cancel the agreement
Or extend.
or extend. Right.
Okay. Any other discussion? Voting from my left.
Osborne, yes.
Ray, yes.
Schiff, yes.
Butler, yes.
Witten, yes.
Item number 5, discuss or take action to accept a report from Jason Gray, J.D. Gray Group, concerning the possible search for an EDC Executive Director for the Gun Barrel City Economic Development Corporation. So I'd like to invite Jason to step up.
You need a motion.
Oh, can I get a motion?
I'll
Thank
make
you,
a
Rob.
motion to accept the report from Jason Gray from J.D. Gray Group concerning possible search for an ED.
Second.
Motion and a second. Discussion.
Great. Members of the board, thank you for having me. I believe you've seen the proposal and the recommended scope of services that would go along with the potential search for an executive director. I'd be happy to take any questions or get into any level of detail that you would like with that scope of services or proposal, but I won't reread what you've already probably read, so I'd be happy to take any questions.
Just a quick question. What do you anticipate the search length to be?
So there's a couple of different steps, obviously, in order to start the search. We would expect to be able to open up the search by roughly the end of the first week in October. And as far as an end date, we would expect to have somebody in place prior to the beginning of the new year.
Very good. Any other questions? Voting for my left.
Osborne, yes.
Ray, yes.
Schiff, yes.
Butler, yes.
Witten, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 6, discuss or take action to accept a 1-year engagement proposal from Jason Gray, J.D. Gray Group, for the purposes of recruiting and hiring an economic development executive director for the Gun Barrel City Economic Development Corporation.
I'll make a motion to accept the 1-year engagement proposal from Jason Gray of J.D. Gray Group for the purposes of recruiting and hiring an ED for the Gun Barrel EDC.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Voting from my left.
Osborne, yes.
Ray, yes.
Schiff, yes.
Butler, yes.
Witten, yes.
Thank you. So before we go into executive session, I wanted to take the opportunity to read something to the board. EDC Board of Directors, please be advised that effective September 13th, 2017, I'll be resigning from my position as president of the Gun Barrel City Economic Development Corporation and as a board member of the Gun Barrel City Economic Development Corporation. Although my decision was not easy to make, I feel that my time spent on the board of the Gun Barrel City Economic Development Corporation, coupled with leading the organization for the past couple of years, has been productive in helping set the course of direction for the city over the next several years. The intention is and always has been to increase awareness of our city, build relationships with our current businesses, develop new business partnerships, coupled with improving the everyday lives of our citizens. My best wishes to the Board of Directors of the Gun Barrel City Economic Development Corporation, the Gun Barrel City Council, the leaders and the staff of Gun Barrel City for continued success today, tomorrow, and into the future. Thank you for the opportunity to serve the city. Sincerely, Stephen Schiff, and I just signed both of these documents, and I will give one to Dawn for the file, and I'll give one to Holland, since he's the only remaining officer that we now have on the board. And this will be effective tomorrow. The Gun Barrel EDC will now hold a closed executive session meeting pursuant to the provisions of Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code in accordance with the authority contained in Texas Government Code 551.072, deliberations regarding or about real property. Item number 7 will be EDC real estate. It is now 5:14, and we're going to convene into closed executive session. I need the next slide, Don. Dawn? Thank you. Before we, let's convene you back into regular session. The Gun Barrel City EDC will now reconvene into regular session pursuant to provisions of Chapter 551 of Texas Government Code to take any action necessary regarding the items discussed in executive session. Before we take action, Rob, you wanted to say something?
I would just like to say that I'd like to thank Stephen
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks. So item number 7, EDC Real Estate. Can we have a motion, please?
I'd like to make a motion to initiate what is now to become Project Bronner, involving the entities we discussed in the executive session, and assuming that they agree to some of the stipulations that were discussed in the executive session, then follow through with it as a project and hopefully with a full project package and performance agreement.
Second.
I have a motion and I have a second. Any discussion? Voting from my left.
Osborne, yes.
Ray, yes.
Schiff, yes.
Butler, yes.
Witten, yes.
Motion passes. Motion for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, Steve.